It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Bears and the Niners. All that and more coming up next.
It was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This 2nd and 4. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Connects with Kittle underneath. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, what's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. On play action, Fields. And this is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Steps away to his left. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears will strike first here in this wild card matchup. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Yannick Ngakoue drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. On the return is Jones. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a section.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. A give left side here for Herbert. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
First down, here's Mitchell. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. Open man is Jerron Jennings. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. Able to complete this one to McLeod. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now Purdy. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that is incomplete. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with...
There he goes, right side. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bears. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field, they've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half, they've got to turn things around quickly. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Purdy. And this is caught. Jennings. Fighting his way through contact. Touchdown! 49ers. Jerome Jennings. 64 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Off play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Hand off right side for Herbert. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now a 2nd and 2. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Fields now to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds Fields, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields rolling to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Fields now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields as the first half is winding down. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get it back out to you guys in just a minute. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here on the NFC side of the bracket. And this one looks like it should be a dandy, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win.
Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. Nifty move, shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 67 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Right back to Mitchell here. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. Shotgun now with Purdy. And incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
135.
Foreman will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
But it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff for Herbert. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Fields, flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Herbert powering up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw is Fields, rolling to his right. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a first. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 75 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, the Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Here's a give to Herbert. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Herbert. Oh, look at the juke. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll run. It's Herbert. Strong running at the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Herbert. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense. with 1:53 left. On second down, a run with Herbert. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Now Herbert.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Foreman takes it, headed right. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll run here with Herbert. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Khalil Herbert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.